Douglas has in its time had many very important supporters and collaborators, and this afternoon, very briefly, we are going to introduce you to a few. None is more long-standing than the New Jersey State Federation of Women's Clubs. In 1911, 100 years ago, Mrs. John B. Colling began her association with Mabel Smith Douglas that resulted in the founding of the college. It is now my great pleasure to present to you in a long line of distinguished women, Patty Whitehouse, the current president of the New Jersey State Federation of Women's Clubs, to come forward and greet Dean Litt.
A remarkable $1 subscription plan. The women of the Federation helped to create not a teacher's college or vocational school, but in the words of Dean Douglas, a true college for women, offering a traditional liberal arts education. On the occasion of the convocation of the 10th Dean of Douglas College, and on behalf of the members of the New Jersey State Federation of Women's Clubs, I present the college's newest dean with a framed early history of the founding of Douglas College.
Thank you so much, Patty. The class of 1922, the first class to graduate from the New Jersey College for Women, left many legacies to the college, many traditions, Yule Log, Sacred Path, for those of you who are familiar. But among other things, the class of 22 created the Associate Alumnae, originally of NJC, and now at Douglas College. This is an organization of long-standing tradition. It is critical to the support and traditions of the college. So in the tradition of the AADC, I would now ask Sheila Kelly Hampton, class of 70, and the Vice President for Development of the Associate Alumnae of Douglas College, to come forward to greet Dean Litt on behalf of the AADC Board of Directors and other colleagues.
Filling in for our president, Gina, who could not be here. So I don't have any remarks prepared, but I do want to say to Dean Litt, as I said to your mother just a few minutes ago, the Associate Alumnae of Douglas College has your back. We have been firm supporters of this institution, of its students, and of its dean. So we want to give you a token to remember today, as if you'll be able to forget it. You know, just a little something, something, and we have it engraved so nobody can put it in garage sale. We always look out for every contingency, right, women?
Thank you, Sheila. Douglas deans have made many contributions to the education of the community, of the greater community beyond the college, and among those contributions was the support and the establishment of a strong and vibrant consortium of women's programs at Rutgers University. No one was more instrumental in the development of the Institute for Women's Leadership, of which Douglas is the oldest consortium member, than Dean Mary Hartman, many of you whom knew Mary. She became its first full-time director in 1996. Douglas, the oldest unit in the consortium and widely recognized internationally. I ask for Lisa Hetfield, who is the interim director and director of development for the Institute for Women's Leadership, to greet Dean Litt. Lisa.
Could board members from the Institute please come forward? I know some of you are here. Farrah, Charlotte, Mary Trigg, Pat Roos. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody, and congratulations, Dean Litt. Okay.
I bring greetings from our Institute for Women's Leadership Consortium, from our founder, Mary Hartman, with whom I spoke last evening, and our incoming new director, Allison Bernstein, with whom I also spoke last evening. They are delighted to welcome you, Jackie. Jackie, as Dean of Douglas, you not only join a distinguished lineage of Douglas leaders, you also take your special place within the Institute for Women's Leadership, the consortium that was launched at Douglas and now includes 8 member units at Rutgers. We are delighted to welcome you. Women's leadership and afternoon tea have a long association. It was, after all, at a tea party in 1848 that Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Lucretia Mott set out plans for the first women's rights convention in Seneca Falls. And it was at afternoon tea in 1934 that Frances Perkins, Secretary of Labor, confided to her host, Supreme Court Justice Harlan Stone, that she was stuck on just how to fund the administration's new Social Security bill. Upon hearing this, the justice looked around to see if anyone was listening, leaned over to her, and putting his hand to his mouth, whispered, "The taxing power of the federal government, my dear, the taxing power is sufficient for everything you want and need." Frances Perkins went into action. And we have enjoyed hearing, and I'm sure you have too, Dean Litt already, heard so many stories from Douglas alumni who cherish their memories of tea at the dean's house, white gloves required. Jackie, in honor of your convocation and as a symbol of our future leadership adventures together, the Institute for Women's Leadership is pleased to present you with this teacup/mug. It is designed by an outstanding Douglas alumna, artist, and activist, Marion Monk. And special thank you to you, Ferris Olin, for connecting us to Marion. Congratulations.
Thank you, Lisa. No one is more important to the college than its students, without whom, trust me, we would have little to do. At least we would hope we would have little to do. These are among the young women whom we encourage, we teach, and support. Their success is fundamental to our mission, and their involvement in development is fundamental to our community in the broadest sense. I ask now Pamela Chin, President of the Douglas Governing Council, to greet Dean Litt on behalf of all of the Douglas students.
So Douglas is a college that is steeped in traditions, and today we would like to share some with you in the form of charms that are given to students based on their class year at the Secret Path ceremony.
Don't worry about it.
So Secret Path began in 1919 when faculty, students, and staff gathered to create a new tradition to symbolize the moving up of the classes. During the first Secret Path ceremony, upper class students escorted first-year students down the path to symbolize their progression into their sophomore year. Our Secret Path ceremony has evolved, where all students are recognized for their accomplishments and even given awards. During the ceremony, the students are given charms based on their class year. So the alumni charm is the ivy. It represents the vines that grow continuously and interconnect, symbolizing the growth of our sisterhood throughout the years. The senior class charm is the mortarboard, which is a symbol of academic achievement. The junior class charm is the key and symbolizes energy, courage, passion, and leadership. The sophomore class charm is the clock. The clock symbolizes their time at Douglas as they explore and define their hopes for the future. The first year class charm is the lantern. The light inside the lantern is knowledge which illuminates the world around them. During their time at Douglas, this page will be fulfilled with successes and failures, hopes and fears, with dreams of the future. This is one of the many beautiful traditions we treasure as it creates everlasting bonds between all women at Douglas. So it is my honor on behalf of the DRC students to share with Dean Litt to present this charm bracelet as a small token of our appreciation and a grand welcome as you embark on this beautiful past with us at Douglas.
Thank you, Pam. And for everyone, one more time for a chance to greet you all, Dean Jacquelyn Litt, 10th Dean.
Hi, it is so wonderful for me to see so many of you who I've gotten to know over the last few months and to meet new friends and supporters. I'm so thrilled that so many of our students came out today to join in the legacy of Douglas. I'm especially honored that my family is here, who've been with me through all of my work on behalf of women for lots and lots of decades, and who I love very much. So have a great day, eat up. We'll be contacting you, you can be sure. And thanks again for coming. Bye-bye.